Hey, it's Jake Mace, the vegan athlete. Check this out. It's the Aravaipa avocado. Let's go back a few months when I gave you guys the 1 year update and show you the size that this guy was about 3 months ago. And since the sun rises over there, we're hoping that these two plants, this pineapple guava and the saltbush, will be really good companions for this avocado and give him a little bit of diffused light, cause him to have a good transition into this spot, and then allow him to get mature. So I'm expecting a year from now. Let's do an update, okay? So March of 2017, I want the Aravaipa's leaves be beyond my reach. So just barely beyond my fingertips. Let's see if it gets there. I bet. So as you can see now, he's about my arm's reach, and I'm 6'1". My reach is over 8 feet, so he's pushing over 8 feet now, getting close to 9. And it's about June 1st today. It's gonna be 115 degrees Fahrenheit this weekend in Phoenix. 115. So we put the shade on top, and I keep having to raise the shade higher and higher because this guy keeps reaching toward the shade. And so that shade is just to help this tree knock off those extra couple degrees, because 100 degrees is a lot different than 115 degrees. Okay, what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna prune him a little bit, and I wanted you guys to come along for the ride. So down here, you can see how this avocado is kind of interesting. He's got one trunk that's only about a foot out of the ground. Then once he's a foot tall, he splits into a Y shape and kind of has a split trunk, which I kind of think is kind of cool. And it's giving this guy a nice bushy, thick, healthy look, all right? So I see that this branch down here, right here, see this? It's not really doing anything. It's kind of just hanging out. It's in the shade, and I feel like it's taking energy away from new growth. And I want this guy to put on as much growth as possible. You know, professional golfers, when they start playing well, they have a phrase that you ride that pony till she bucks you. You keep playing and playing while you're playing well, because that streak might not last for long. And this growth is like a streak. It's like I'm doing really well right now, so I'm gonna keep this growth going as long as I can. So I'm gonna cut this branch off right here. Look how close to the trunk I'm gonna snip it. Can you guys see that? Just like that. And what I do is I take the branch like this, and you can give it to a friend to try to graft it, or you can try to root the cutting. I don't know if you can, but you could probably try to graft that. But since I got no friends around right now, I'm gonna just use it as mulch. So check it out. I just cut it into little pieces, little tiny pieces like that, and then throw it into the water basin. And as that breaks down, it will turn into food for the tree that will live on. And I'm gonna do it right here as well. And cut this one up. This branch right here is going downward. I want the tree to grow upward. So you ever watch The Karate Kid when you were a kid? The only one worth watching, the 1980s Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid. Not the I love Jackie Chan, but the original Karate Kid's the good one. And he told Daniel about bonsai. And he said, Daniel, close your eye. Picture tree. Now open eye and copy picture. Same thing with you guys. You want to close the eyes and feel what does the tree need to look like, and then open your eyes and do it, right? See it, feel it, do it. See it, feel it, then do it. That's a metaphor for all of life, right, Venus? So I'm gonna cut a bunch of these guys off, and I'm not gonna go much higher than this. I'm gonna just cut some of the undercarriage off, like this guy is about as high as I'm gonna go. And I want the tree to stay bushy, because as we enter into our 115 degree temperatures, I want this guy to have a lot of bushiness so that he has protection from the sun. Now, see, this branch right here is ascending into the light. I'm not gonna cut that because I feel like that is a major solar panel for the tree that's photosynthesizing nutrients for him. This one, I kind of did want to cut off, but before I do a major branch like that, you always got to stand back and do the visual test. So I kind of like stand up, I get back here and I look, I'm like, you know, I don't want to cut that. It looks too nice, like it's really doing very well. So how about over here? This one's kind of in the way, but I know for a fact that the sun hits this guy after 4 o'clock right over here. And so I want to keep this through the summer until the hot temperatures break, because this is like extra protection for the mother trunk, okay? So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep this. Now the trunk is more visible right there. And the last thing I want to show you guys that I do to encourage this guy to grow rapidly, because that's the goal. See all the new bark? Look how exciting this is. All this bark. So the green part of the tree is now turning into mature tree. It's like an adolescent boy that starts getting his first beard. All right, so we got the trunk going on, and that tells me that this guy's getting into the mature stage where he's gonna start producing flowers and fruit, hopefully next season. I also look around for any leaf that is not perfect. So I just saw one over here, and if you notice right here, this leaf just looks a little like that. Somebody ate it, it kind of died off. So I picked those off, and that way he has more energy, or she has more energy to put growth up top. So there's a little bit of a pruning lesson for you guys. I'll do a major pruning on this guy at the end of the summer, once the summer temperatures break, maybe about end of September, early October. I do major pruning twice a year. Once in the beginning of the spring, just as the trees are coming out of their winter dormancy. I do a pruning there. And then the second pruning is at the end of the summer, just before the fall begins, when the summer temperatures begin to dip back down again. And those two prunings will jumpstart your tree's growth and will allow you to shape it, like Mr. Miyagi said, to the picture that you have in your mind's eye. Thanks for following me here, you guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Follow me at Jake Mace Tai Chi on Instagram, and please go to Facebook and join my really amazing Urban Gardening in Arizona Facebook group. There's over 3,000 members now. We've only been online with that group for a few months, so it's been growing rapidly, and thanks for participating with your pictures, videos, and gardening experiences. Go vegan, grow your food at home, and if you're in a climate that can do it, grow some avocados. I got this one in town from Seamus O'Leary's Tropical Fruit Trees. I'll see you guys back here next time.